Good morning, children. How are you all? Fine. I'm Radhika, your biology teacher at Dr. Besant School, teaching you all biology. So, hope all of you are watching the videos of lesson number 3, that is Story of Microorganisms, part 2. Okay, as part of that, we have been studying how the microorganisms are useful to us. Till now, we have studied about the uses in fermentation, in curdling of milk, in producing different medicines, okay, like the antibiotics or the vaccines. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you all about the use of microorganisms in soil fertility. Okay, so I shall be explaining about that. Now consider what would happen when all the dead organisms, say if it is the plants or animals, all of them remain like that. Sometimes as we go by the road, okay, we say that there is a very foul smell coming. Then your mother or your sister or father, anyone says that some animal would have died. Okay, because of that only we are getting that foul smell, isn't it? So what happens like that? See, the whole world, in the world there are millions and millions of animals and plants. Consider that they are dead and they remain like that. What happens? Wouldn't our planet be nothing but a garbage heap? Yes. So it is going to be a garbage heap because everything is a waste then. But in a cyclic manner, all that waste, that is all the dead plants are there, dead leaves or the flowers, fruits, bark, stem, branches. Similarly, the different animals, hair, teeth, including the teeth or bones, they may take little bit longer, or the animals, their flesh, everything is not there in the same form. If an animal is dead somewhere, after a few days, if you see, initially it may smell foul, but after a few days, if you see that it has converted into a fine soil like particles. So how it is happening? How these dead bodies are getting converted into the fine powder like particles or the soil particles. Similarly, how the plant leaves and all are getting converted into soil. So for all that, our microscopic friends are there. Okay, that's why we say that they are also friends, and those friends are nothing but the bacteria, fungi, and all. So they remain in the soil and they decompose. They decompose. That means what? They break down these dead organisms into simplest parts. In turn, they also gain the energy from that only. We don't want that. That is a complete waste for us. But these microorganisms are producing the energy from that. They practically eat that. Okay, they practically eat that dead and decaying matter and produce the energy for themselves. At the same time, they also help Mother Nature by decomposing all these waste and mixing everything from the into the soil. Okay, see how we all are born. We all have been born from human beings. Okay, but how human being is able to grow? We are eating the food, and from where we get the food? We get the food from the plants. If we take the food from other animals also, those animals are also dependent on the plants. Okay, so and the plants are getting the food from the soil. Water is there, minerals are there, the plants are getting from that, and also from the air they are taking the carbon dioxide. With that they are producing the food, and that food only we are consuming. That means what? We are directly, indirectly, not directly but indirectly, we are dependent on the soil. Okay, we are growing from the soil, and as not only about us human beings but all the animals and the plants. Okay, so now when the plants or the animals die, okay, what happens? Again, we are either buried in the soil or we are left in the soil. Any animal also, if it dies, we may bury it or it may remain there only. There again, it is broken down into the simplest parts and it is giving all the minerals back into the soil. Okay, the common minerals which are there in the living organisms, they are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sodium, nitrogen, like that. These are all obtained by the plants from the soil. Okay, and again everything, as the dead organisms are mixing with the soil, everything is going back into the soil. So it is very important that in a cycle, this cycle that is there, that is being maintained by the microorganisms also. They do their share, we do our share, like that the plants do their share and these microorganisms would be doing their share. So today we shall be discussing briefly about this uses. Okay, they increase the soil fertility. Okay, by decomposing the dead and decaying matter. Decomposing dead and decaying matter. Okay, like this we can see. Now, as I said, this is there. Apart from this, what else they do? They also increase the soil fertility. They increase the soil fertility by nitrogen fixation. One is by dead and decaying organisms. The second one is by nitrogen fixation. What is this nitrogen fixation? What is this? Okay. See, in the air there is around 78%. Okay, around 78% of the air contains nitrogen. Okay, just understand this. 78% of air contains nitrogen. Okay, so this nitrogen is in the free form, that is N2 form. Okay, it is in the free form. It is not combined with any other element. Okay, oxygen or hydrogen, with that it is not bound. It is free. Okay, so there is 78% of this nitrogen in the air, and the nitrogen is one of the very important substance for every living organism, because all the proteins are containing high amount of nitrogen. Okay, so this nitrogen is present in 78%. Then easily the plants can take from the air, isn't it? Can they take really? No, they cannot take, because if it is in the free form, the plant roots are not able to absorb that. They have to absorb that from the soil, and they are not able to absorb because it is in the free form. Now what happens? How they are able to take that then? They are able to take only from the soil, isn't it? That is why there are some plants, if we grow them, the soil fertility increases for nitrogen. Okay, and how they will increase the soil fertility? These plants, they are not going to bring the nitrogen from somewhere and fix it, isn't it? So how they are going to do? So they live in, they have a symbiotic relationship with bacteria. Okay, so those bacteria are living inside the roots of these plants. Okay, and they are able to convert this atmospheric nitrogen, that is there now, that nitrogen they convert into nitrates or nitrites. That is, they are the compounds which are which can be absorbed by the plant roots. So into that form they are converting, then the plants are using that. Understood, children? So here I said that the 78% is there, but that is that the plants cannot take up. So how they are able to take up that? Okay, so we shall be seeing that. So here I just get the duster once. Okay, how they are fixing the nitrogen we shall see. So they fix the nitrogen by nitrogen fixation, isn't it? So for this the bacteria is there. Okay, the bacteria, that is rhizobium. So here you have written down this one. So how they are going to increase the soil fertility we shall see. Okay, I just write about nitrogen fixation. Okay, which plants? The pea family, that is leguminous plants. Leguminous or pea family. All the green peas we all eat, isn't it? That is leguminous. Okay, plants have, what do they have? They have root nodules. Root nodules. Okay, inside these root nodules a particular bacteria called rhizobium lives. In these a bacteria called rhizobium. Rhizobium leaves. Okay, and this rhizobium fixes atmospheric nitrogen into compounds. Okay, like nitrates, etc. These compounds can be absorbed by the roots. Okay, by the roots, like this we see. Okay, so if you consider the root, see this is the, and this is the primary root and this is the secondary root. So in this, if you consider, you can find that there are small beads. Okay, so these beads will contain the bacteria. When we are growing the rice crop or the wheat crop, but they cannot replenish that. So that nitrogen that is lost during the growth will be given by these plants. That's why always after the rice or wheat we will grow the pulses like dals. Different dals are grown. Okay, so here these are the root nodules. Okay, containing bacteria. Okay, finish it off, then we shall be continuing further. So like this we have seen that the nitrogen fixing bacteria, and other examples. Other examples are Anabaena, okay, Azotobacter, okay, Anabaena, Azotobacter, and then you have got Rhizobium I told anyway, and Nostoc is an algae. Okay, Nostoc. Okay, some of them are even algae. Algae also would be helping the same way. Okay, they are also grown in the fields. The patches of algae are brought and grown in the fields. They will also help in the same way, just like the bacteria. They increase the soil fertility. Okay, children. So here we see that different microorganisms, different bacteria help to increase the soil fertility. Now, apart from this, we also see about how we can increase we can see about compost pit. So shall I rub it off? Please complete this so that I rub it off. This is leguminous plants. Okay, so here we have seen, understood, complete. Then I go to the next part. Now I shall discuss briefly about the compost pit. About the compost pit. Why the compost pit I am talking about? See, nowadays everyone talks about the organic food and all that. What is that organic food? Normally when the farmers are growing the crops in the field, they would use lot of fertilizers. Okay, as they are using lot of fertilizers, and if at all any insect diseases are there, they will use lot of chemicals. So all those fertilizers, they should not be used in more quantity. How they will affect later we shall be studying in 9th class. Okay, so excess amount of fertilizers will change the soil fertility. They will make it acidic or basic in nature. Similarly, the chemicals will affect our body. They remain in the plants and they come as food. Okay, as part of the food they come into our body and they will cause many new diseases. So how we can prevent? So for that we use the organic food. So what is that organic food? We make this organic food by using only the natural substances to increase the soil fertility. And we can use what natural substances we can use? We can use the leftover food, that is the vegetables, fruits, fields, all this we can use. As part of this, in December also we had carried out an activity, housewise activity we have carried out. Do you remember or not? We had made the compost pits, isn't it? At that time we had asked all students to bring some peeled vegetable peels, fruit peels, eggshells. Do you remember or not? So we had taken the four pots housewise. In that we had added, isn't it? So we had added the different substances. At the bottom we had added some pebbles, then soil. To that we had added all these things. Then we had added dry neem leaves and other leaves. Then we had covered it again, another layer like that. We had made many layers and covered. So when you cover like that and leave for some days, after that if you see, all these vegetable peels, eggshells, everything becomes fertile soil. Okay, that means what? At that end we can also introduce earthworms into that, because they are our friends. They will change all this into the fertile soil. So when we have added all these and seen, after few days that has converted into the fertile substance. Okay, so that is an organic manure, that we can consider as organic manure. So for that we can have a compost pit. You already are aware of how to prepare a compost pit, isn't it? So same thing, if at all you have got a similar idea, you can make your own compost pit at home. Okay children, that's about the compost pit. So here why I am talking about is the microorganisms are helping in decomposing all those waste into the useful soil matter which is required for the plants. Understood children? So next we shall write a chart about the uses. Okay, I will write a mind map to show the uses of microorganisms. Okay, you have to copy down that one. Okay, next one we shall go to the harmful effects of microorganisms. Okay, so here I shall rub it off. All have copied this. I'll rub it off. Okay, microorganisms. I just give you the mind map. But here we are going to write about the useful and harmful. The other one is harmful. But we are going to write only about the useful ones. Harmful microorganisms and useful microorganisms. So we shall be writing about the useful ones first. Okay. So what are those? First one is in the domestic. Okay. Converts milk into domestic means at home. Okay. Domestic converts milk into curd. Okay. Second one, yeast. So which one it is? Lactobacillus. I forgot to write there. So just write down lactobacillus. Then yeast helps in making the dough Okay, spongy. That is the one use. Okay, this is under the domestic purpose. Next one we shall see is under commercial purpose. Commercial means anything we are going to sell. That will be the commercial. Okay, in commercial what happens we shall see. Okay, commercial, another name for that is industrial use or industrial. Okay, in this how we are going to make use of that. That is, sugars are converted into alcohol. Sugars are converted into alcohol by yeast. Okay, this also yeast. This is lactobacillus. Okay, next one. Okay, and third one we shall write, that is medicine. Okay, how they are useful in the preparation of medicine we shall see. Okay, antibiotics like penicillin, antibiotics like penicillin, tetracycline, etc. are produced. Another one, what it is? Second one is vaccines. Okay, are prepared to prevent many diseases. To prevent many diseases. Okay, now the last one we shall write, that is how they will help. Yes, in agriculture. Okay, so in agriculture we see that they provide essential is whatever is important food for us, like that for the plants, whatever is there that they provide essential nutrients to the plants. Okay, and also decompose biological waste. Second one here only, right? Decompose biological waste. Biological waste. And make the soil fertile. Okay, so here we have seen domestic, commercial, in the medicines, in agriculture. So these are the different uses of microorganisms. Okay children, so please finish it off quickly. So if all of you have completed, then you all must write these uses in the notebook and send the picture to me. Okay, that is the work for this video. Not much work I have given. Okay children, and how many of you have completed the vaccines card? That also I want to see. Thank you children for now. Okay, the next video we will continue further.